Hey, it's Jeff Sauer here with jeffalytics.com and ppccourse.com. And I just wanted to give you an update as to something that's happening within the AdWords platform that might affect you in the way that you do business. And that update is that Google has decided to sunset their review extension from Google AdWords, and so you no longer can post reviews from third-party sources in your Google AdWords ad. Now, this is something that most advertisers didn't really utilize, but you might be one of the few who used it, and you might be surprised when you go into your account and you find that it's no longer available, or that your performance doesn't do very well because you've lost that third-party endorsement. And so I put together a video that walks you through the process of determining whether you have these ad extensions in place, what that really means that these things are going away, and just generally where you can find information about review extensions. So watch on if you're curious about AdWords extensions in general, and in particular about the review extension and why it's eliminated and what's going to happen to replace it. So you may have heard the news by now, but the AdWords review extension has been eliminated from Google AdWords. And so if you've been running ad extensions in Google AdWords, you're going to want to log into your account and take a look and see how this affects your account. And for those of you who have never run an ad extension, I'm going to give a little background here as to what they mean and what goes into an ad extension in Google AdWords. So what is a Google ad extension? I'm going to give you an example of an ad just because that way you can start to visualize what an ad extension might be. Now, extensions are supplements to a normal standard AdWords ad. Now, if you've been using search for a long time, you know that these ads are constantly changing, constantly getting bigger, and constantly adding features. And so if you look at it, a lot of the reasons why that happens is because of these ad extensions. So an ad extension is, for example, something called a call out extension. So on this ad that we're looking at right here, you can see they're calling out the different things that they offer as part of the search that we're putting out there. So they offer managed services, agency solutions, and a free AdWords grader. Now this advertiser, who happens to be wordstream.com, they're also doing a structured snippet extension, which they're saying, here's a snippet in a structured format as to what we offer, the services that we offer. Not only that, they're doing a price extension, which shows you the product that they're featuring, which is their free AdWords grader. This is a pretty smart use here. They're basically saying it's free and the features that are in it. And they're also using a site link extension. So the beginning, the first three lines that you see are a standard text ad in Google AdWords, and they've been smart enough to get an extra 6 lines of ads by using these different extensions that are available in Google AdWords. And that's a pretty common story. The best advertisers are the ones who use these extensions. And the reason why is because Google loves when you use extensions. So if you've never seen these extensions before, you're going to want to check out this video and see what Google thinks about extensions, why they think it's so valuable. But they love them, and it actually factors into your quality score as well. So if you want to have what Google considers to be a high quality ad, you're pretty much forced to use these ad extensions. So not only do you get more real estate, you get more ability to show up, but also Google will make you show up more often because you're going to have higher quality scores and in turn pay less money per click if you utilize these extensions. So it really is a no-brainer proposition, and you should be using as many of these extensions as you possibly can, except for one of them has been eliminated, except for you no longer can use a third-party review extension. Now here's the message that Google provides us that shows that we are not able to highlight third-party reviews in our ads anymore. They're basically taking away this feature. Now you might not even know what a third-party review ad looks like. It's pretty flimsy how it goes. Basically, you can say that another third-party website attested to us doing something. So you can basically say this third party approves of us. You can take a quote from your online review. You could say voted best restaurant in West Texas from Yelp.com. You could pull down a review from Amazon and put it up there. You can basically go through and highlight anything, or you could until this was eliminated. Now this is probably something you're like, well, why would Google eliminate this if it could highlight these third party extensions? The reality is that it never really worked how we wanted it to, and people didn't adopt it, and when they did adopt it, they had trouble getting approved, and so it was pretty much a negligible thing. So Google's basically just pruning things here, and they're just getting rid of some extensions that don't really work and people aren't using, and then they can concentrate their full force onto the ones that are working for everybody. So what are the implications of this change? For you, most likely, there's probably not really that much for you to worry about. You're probably not going to see a fundamental change to the way that you do business, the way that you advertise. And if anything, if you're using these ads, they're probably just going to go away, and they'll probably be replaced by something else. As you saw from the sample ad from WordStream, Google wants to show as much as they can. So it's not like once these reviews go away, you're just not going to have the ad space anymore. They're just going to replace it with something else, especially if you can utilize all the ones that they have available to you. Another thing is these things were really hard to get approved anyway, so very few people got approved for them. So it's not like there's a lot of people who were using them because they were just so frustrated that they ended up giving up. And not only that, but it's limited utility. So overall, this is not a big loss, but this is something that we wanted to bring your attention to because you might be using them and you might be surprised if things aren't working. And this is always a good reminder to go into your account, check out your extensions, check out your reports, and make sure that you're utilizing functionality that Google has. And it's not just about getting rid of the stuff that Google stops working with, but it's saying, what else is new? What else is in my account that I could utilize? What could replace this? How do I make my overall strategy more sound? How do I make it so that I can get better results? How do I play Google's game? Because it's all about playing Google's game if you want to get the results. And that's what you really need to do. You need to play the game. So now I have a question for you. How does this change affect your Google AdWords account? Does it change it at all? Does it change your fundamental way of doing business? Or is it just a minor thing that isn't really affecting you at all? I would love for you to leave a comment and let us know what you think, either on our YouTube channel or on our accompanying blog post on ppccourse.com. And if this is your first time taking a look at one of these videos, I would love for you to subscribe to our PPC newsletter at www.ppccourse.com. If you sign up for that newsletter once a week, we are going to send you an awesome PPC tip, and we're going to keep you informed with the latest updates in the Google AdWords platform and just keep you going and staying interested in the world of PPC. And that's it for this video, and we'll see you tomorrow with our next tip.